What is low sex drive? In this video, I'll explain more about low sex drive. Hi, my name is Martha. I'm a clinical sexologist with a doctorate in human sexuality, and I'm from Eros coaching. Low sex drive can happen to men and women, and a lot of my clients attribute low sex drive to stress, anxiety, exhaustion from work, very much linked to work. If I have young parents coming to me, then they complaining about exhaustion from taking care of their young baby. There are also things that happen in our lives as we go through transition. For instance, we might be changing jobs, moving house, some illness or death in the family, or even wedding. All these things affects our sexual desire. There's also, for instance, physical causes like going through an illness. We ourselves going through the illness. Perhaps we are having a temporary disability. For instance, we broke our arm. All these things affect our mood, which in turn affects our sexual drive. So there are two main things when we look at a low sex drive. The first one is physical causes, which I mentioned, where you don't feel well or there's some kind of ailment in your body. And then there's psychological anxiety. Sometimes it's also relational. This is when your relationship with your partner is not well. There might be physical or emotional abuse. Or there might be distancing in a relationship, withdrawal of one partner, punishment of one partner, self-sabotage of a relationship. So this is relational. This is not that you actually have low sex drive. You just have low sex drive with this person. And therefore, it is important for me as a sexologist to ask accurate questions so as to get a better picture, so as to better support them. One of the common things that does happen in a relationship is, in a long-term relationship, the fights, the baggage starts to affect the attraction, which then affects the sex drive. So these are some of the reasons why people have low sex drive. And one of the other reasons, besides relational with partner, is also social. This is when my clients are focusing so much on work and then life, which means maybe their family, young family, for instance, and then there's no time for themselves. And this is when we start feeling, I call this like dried out, like a prune. We start feeling dry, because we forget that amongst the many hats that we wear, we have work, we have the worker hat, we have the parent hat, we have the maybe father-mother hat, and then we have the husband-wife hat, and then we have the lover hat. We have all these hats. And then, you know, like husband-wife hat is really different from lover hat. Husband-wife hat is like the facade or the face that you show the public when you go to social events with your partner. The lover hat is when you entice your partner, but you keep the passion going and the excitement in the relationship. So all these different hats that we had, and somehow of all the different time pressures that we had, we forget that the other hat, which is the one that we wear for ourselves, the alone time that we need to nourish and replenish our soul. And when that hat is missing, and this happens to a lot of people, and we don't feel vibrant and happy within ourselves, we don't feel we have any more to give to our partner, even though we understand in our heads that yes, they have needs, yes, it's an obligation or a duty, or partner is unhappy and, you know, I should just do it. And you just can't, because you're just so, first of all, tired. And not only that, beyond the tired, beyond getting enough sleep, it is also the fact that you just have no joy in your life anymore. There's little fun. And so it's important to look at all these different possible reasons. And so in this video, I hope I've given you a flavor or understanding of the different possible causes of low sex drive. And being in Singapore, the biggest cause in all my clients, every single one of my clients, is exhaustion. All of them are exhausted, they're tired, they're not getting enough sleep, and therefore they don't feel like having sex. Then they come to me and ask me what to do. So I ask them what they should do. And invariably, they feel that they need to push themselves harder, they need to be more determined, they need to fight for their relationship. And some of them even say perhaps they need to buy a sex toy and just speed things up. What we actually need is more rest, just be more gentle on ourselves. It's so important to guard our time and to say no to the things that we really need to be saying no to. So this is Dr. Martha Tara Lee of Eros Coaching. I hope this video was useful to you. Please leave a comment, drop me an email, and you can ask me more questions at ask@eroscoaching.com.